Hi guys, REN is here. So for today's video, just a takeover because Apple is working. It's a beautiful Sunday, but he has to work and I have to just make this short video, sharing video of my story as a student here in Australia. Well, anyway, this is my first time doing it, and bear with me because I'm just a boring person, if you might. Wala naman ako masyadong istorya na share because I really am a private person. I don't usually share my stories unless you are really close and I am comfortable sharing with you. But yeah, I think it's about time to open up myself. Since you are watching this video and you are expecting to share a story, let me share to you yung istorya ko bilang estudyante dito sa Australia, Sydney, and including yung work experience ko. Nag-aaral pa ako. As you know, I already graduated back in September. So, start tayo dun sa month of August 2022 nung dumating kami sa Australia. So, back then, ang ini-expect ko na mapapasukan kong trabaho is yung mga usual na nababasa namin dun sa group, sa Facebook, and sa mga napapanood namin videos sa YouTube. Sabi nila, the usual job that the students have in Australia are those in cleaning, in cafes, and like manual jobs, as you may. And I was prepared to have the same kind of jobs. I remember packing my clothes with black pants, black shirts, and even black belt back then, because yun nga in-expect ko na hindi naman ako magiging picky. It's really a privilege, you know, privilege enough to get this opportunity to study in Sydney. And prepared na ako noon na magtrabaho sa mga ganong klaseng trabaho. And to share with you my experience, my personal experience is that hindi na bago sa akin yung mag-work and study at the same time, because when I was doing college, working student na ako noon. In fact, kung hindi ako nag-working student, baka hindi ako nakatapos ng college, because we are not really particularly me, I'm not really from a well-off family. Mahirap lang kami sa Pilipinas. I was the panganay, and there's a challenge for me to finish my studies back then. But look at me, I did finish my college against all odds, I think. And maybe isa sa mga nag-push sa akin na magtapos ng kolehiyo is that there was such expectations of me, because in my childhood days in primary school I was top of my class, yeah, and even in secondary, high school, I was one of the honor students back then. And as you know, pag meron kang ganong klaseng as they may call capacity, people may expect something from you. Sana ma-achieve natin, like makatapos man lang ng kolehiyo, di ba? Kasi parang para sa akin nakakahiya kung hindi ako makatapos ng college. Sasabihin ng mga nakakilala sa akin, you have the brain, why didn't you push and finish studies? But siguro yun yung isa sa mga driving factor na nag-push sa akin na magtapos ng kolehiyo, even if the only way is to be a part-time student and working at the same time. Sabi nga nila, pag gusto mo may paraan. So ayun, ginawa ko ng paraan, kaya katapos tayo ng kolehiyo. And then coming here in Sydney to be a working student again, nothing new to me. And yep, it was just another level, you know. I was expecting to have that sort of blue collar jobs, working in retail, cafes, and maybe some cleaning if I am required to. But I was lucky back then because in just a few days after touching down Sydney, habang nag-a-apply ako ng trabaho for whatever that I can have, may tumawag sa akin na isang recruiter asking me if I am available for a certain role. Sabi ko, yeah, I am actually looking for my first job, and I didn't expect na the role will be working in the office, and it is a full-time job, although a contractual one, because it will just last for a year. It's sort of like project based, if you may. And yep, that was the start. And I was so lucky back then because I didn't even apply for that job, and I'm not expecting really to have that kind of office job as a first job in Sydney. And sa trabahong yon, nakatrabaho ko yung Indian nationals, and they were really nice to me. They were really professional. They treat me well. They accepted me as part of the team. And by the way, it was a logistic company and well known worldwide, for me at least. They have a branch in the Philippines. It's called DB Schenker, the logistic company. In fact, the shoes that I'm wearing now is from them. Let me show you. Where is it? Because back in 2022 they were celebrating their 150th founding anniversary, and they are giving away these shoes. Look at it. Yeah, it was from Adidas, and I was lucky enough to be given a pair of shoes from them. It's a remembrance for me, yeah, because when I'm looking at these shoes, I remember the days that I'm working with them. It's really nice. And sa job na yun, nakaipon ako ng pang tuition ko. I mean, for the rest of my semesters. Natatandaan ko noon, nag-study break ako because sayang yung natitira kong ilang months. Kung hindi ako mag-study break, I will be limited to just 24 hours a week. Pero kung mag-study break ako, pwede ako mag-work pa full time and maituloy ko yung kontrata. And so that's what I did, and I'm glad that I did it because dahil doon nakaipon ako ng tuition for the rest of my studies. And then after that one, kailangan ko na maghanap ng another job, and this time limited na ako sa 24 hours a week or 48 hours a fortnight. So the struggle is real back then. Talagang nahirapan akong maghanap ng trabaho. I tried applying for office job because some are just part-time anyway, working 3 days in a week, as they say in the job description. But my experience ko, even if I'm qualified, even if I can work part-time for that role, hindi ako napipili kasi sabi nung nag-reply sa akin, they needed someone who can also be available any time of the week, which is I'm not. So that was a challenge for me, at least. So naisip ko na mag-apply ng other jobs. I don't want to be picky. I am a practical person, and it was after a month saka na ako nakahanap ng trabaho. Ang nahanap kong trabaho ay sa hotel as a room attendant. Yep. So that was a manual job. I'm pagod, but that's my share of the struggles of the students here in Sydney, especially students like me na limited lang yung working hours and there's not much job available for us because of those limitations. But yeah, like I said, hindi naman ako picky, and then I am practical. I am willing to do any kind of job just to get by. Not really get by, I think. My goal back then was not to deplete my savings, because I already have saved enough, and I don't want to use it for daily expenses, cost of living. So yeah, sinaga ko yung trabaho, and then fast forward 8 months yun, natapos na yung trabaho ko sa hotel, and now I am working in the office again, and this is just my 3rd job here in Sydney. Imagine that. For the past 2 years I only got 2 jobs. I only did 2 jobs, and now it's year 3 for us. This is my 3rd job, and I think I am sort of lucky again to have this job, because as you know, naghihintay pa kami ng visa decision, and I'm still on, we are still on bridging visa. But then yeah, got the job and started working again in the office. It was good, and it was a privilege for me, I think, and I feel lucky to have this job. By the way, I'm here in Ruby Hill. See, at my back, that was the Ruby Hill, walking distance from where we live, and this is where the Australia Day is being celebrated every year for the Blacktown Council. For those of you malapit dito sa Ruby Hill suburb, I'm sure alam na itong place na to. From time to time pupunta ako dito to have a walk and have this kind of peaceful moment, I think. But sa bahay naman, peaceful naman, kaya lang siyempre minsan naghahanap ka ng nature feels, and that's what you can get here. Look at this. I'm surrounded with trees. I'm sitting on grass, and there are birds around me. They want to take over the vlog. But anyway, it was really nice place to be alone. Si Kuya Ren ay ano lang, medyo weird na tao, medyo boring ba, medyo tahimik, na medyo ano din, maingay minsan pagka may kasamang ano, people na comfortable siya. And I prefer to be alone most of the time, and I prefer to have this kind of moment. And dalas ako kasing reflect about life, reflect about the future, and what I have learned in the past. So diba boring yun, ano? Boring mag-isip ng mga ganun. Mas masaya yung mag-party, diba? Mas masaya yung lagi kang nasa company with other people. Sometimes ganun din naman ako, nag-enjoy ako sa mga ganun moments, you know. Kailangan ko rin naman ng social life, no? Let's go back to my experience as a student. Yeah, being a student is really a top experience here in Sydney, and I guess for all of Australia, at least for people like me, coming from the Philippines, with coming from not so well-off family, kasi hindi naman kami mayaman sa Pilipinas. In fact, kailangan kong magtrabaho nung ako'y nagkukuleyo pa para lang makatapos, and I'm glad that I did finish my tertiary education, kasi kung hindi, baka hindi mapupunta si Kuya Ren dito sa Sydney. And yep, iba yung education system dito kumpara sa Pilipinas. I think here is mas concise ang subjects, and mas straightforward ang teaching, you know. And it is really good. It's really, at least dun sa institution kung saan ako nag-study, just really good, and I kind of enjoy it because as you know, medyo competitive tayo mga Pilipino sa studies. Ayaw natin pagyalunan. That's also what I have observed in that institution. Mga classmate ko na Filipino really doing well. I think I got a fairly good marks naman dun sa mga subjects ko, and there are times na talagang mahirap dahil you have to balance everything. For us, we're just couple, wala namang kaming anak na isinama dito sa Sydney, and it's kind of easier for us compared to other couple na mayroon silang kasamang bata. That's really a challenge, financially and physically, emotionally. Kailangan balansehin lahat yun. So saludo ko sa mga may kasamang children. They got their whole family kahit na nag-study pa dito sa city. So anyway, nakaraos naman, mga nakaraos na din. Congratulations sa inyo, congrats sa atin, we made it. And sa mga nag-aspire mag-study dito sa Sydney, somewhere, anywhere in Australia, yun lang, prepare yourself kasi you have to endure and balance being a working one and a student. Kaya naman yan, mga Pilipino, matyaga naman. We are willing to do whatever it takes, you know. But for me, yeah, that's my fair share of being a student. I did what I think is necessary, and I did my best, and also I enjoy it. That's the most important one. Yeah, maybe because I have my wife with me, ibang storya siguro kung naiwan siya sa Pilipinas tapos ako lang nandito. Malungkot. So since we are together, and we endure everything. We endure hardship sa trabaho, we endure challenges sa pag-iipon, you know, and paying the bills back in our home country. Hindi naman kami nagpunta dito and we cut off all the expenses payables in the Philippines. We still are paying our SSS contributions because yep, who knows, you know, who really knows if we are gonna be staying here for good. And para sa akin, and I think para kay Apple din, napag-uusapan namin na it's really a good experience coming here and living in Australia. But if this is not destined for us, I mean to stay here for good, maging permanent residents or maybe citizens someday, then that's it. That's alright. That's alright because para sa amin hindi naman ultimate na destination ito. Australia. Yeah. It's really good if you were given the chance to stay here for good. Don't get me wrong, it's really a nice place to migrate to. But for us couple, if hindi yun yung kapalaran namin, then we are not feeling losers. We don't feel lost if bumalik man kami ng Pilipinas after this experience, because we are thinking of other adventure in life. Maybe ganito lang kami, maybe because we are just couple, wala kaming kids, you know, wala kaming iniintindi na future anak, which is yun yung iniisip na paramihan dito na may pamilya para sa mga bata naman, di ba? Kasi mas maganda yung magiging future nila kung magstay sila dito for good and maging residents and citizens. But for us, we're just couple, and this Australian experience is just another experience for us. And I can feel, I can sense something, other opportunities and other adventures waiting for us. I don't know where it is, but if it's still here in Australia, maybe in other state, or if not, maybe back in the Philippines doing other stuff than we used to do 5 or 10 years ago. Or could it be in some other countries? Who knows? But yeah, that's how we think as a couple. That's how we project our mind in the future. This is really a great place to move into, and who are we to be picky if we are given the chance, right? But if not, then so be it, and we will move on. We will continue our journey as a couple, and we will have adventures together. We will try other things. We will maybe explore more, because nung nasa Pilipinas kami, hindi namin nakagawa na mag-explore masyado kasi busy sa trabaho, busy sa mga obligations. And yep, this is maybe one of the universe's way to break us up from our routine and give us this kind of experience. And I think that's good. That's really good. What else can I share with you guys? Maybe this place. I'm gonna walk around and show you. I will show you around. I'm gonna walk up there in the Rudy Hill. Yeah, it's really a nice. It has really a nice view of the surroundings. Back up top, you will see. You will have a 360 view of the Rudy Hill. Let me show you. You will see the Rudy Hill station and the surroundings, and also you will see beautiful field that is called the Hellenbeck field. What do you think, guys? This is really a good spot to see everything in Rudy Hill, huh? So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, this is my first time doing this. Thank you so much for watching. See you again.